Good evening everybody and welcome back to another episode. This is episode number 30. I can't believe that we're this far into this series now. So this is episode 30. We are racing in Silverstone today. Remember, my name is Kevin, I am a geek, and you are watching Kevin the Geek. So this is the first episode from after we get the newest patch updates from the developers. So not quite sure how that is going to affect us. Apparently it is going to make like the tyre wear more realistic. It is apparently going to make the tyre times a little bit more realistic. Now if we take a look at the estimated performance time, you can see that the hard compound tyres are estimated to be about 0.6 slower than the softs. That's obviously per lap. And in comparison to most recently, when I looked at it literally only a couple of days or so ago, it was literally suggesting it was about 0.2 slower for the hards compared to the softs. So that does look like that may have had a bit of an update. So we're going to see how that goes for our race. Now, obviously this is season 2, so last time out Max Verstappen in the Red Bull was the race winner in the 2022 season. This is 2023, so we're going to see how things go today. Now, what should we be expected to see? The expected strategy is either a 2-stop medium hard medium or a medium hard 1-stop. And we've got about a 60% chance of having a safety car, so we're going to see how that occurs today. High-speed cornering is a big must for this race, which we are doing reasonably well in our development for the car. So hopefully that is going to give us a nice bit of a boost there. Only a couple of slower speed corners right towards the end and right near to the start, so hopefully that's not going to slow us down too much. We have 2 DRS zones, one in between corners 5 and 6, which you can see the DRS zone is just before turn 3, and then of course you have the other DRS zone which is between turns 14 and 15, whereas the deactivation zone is just before turn 11, before that little bit of a wibbly wobbly chicane. So we're going to see what happens there. Now, how has our weekend been going? Well, reasonably okay. So practice number 1, we use Théo Pourchaire instead of Pierre Gasly on this occasion to give him a little bit of experience, and he was faster by about 0.2 compared to Alexander Albon. Practice 2, Pierre Gasly got a fastest lap, but that was a bit of a push one, so take with it what you will on that occasion. Albon was obviously down in 17th with the same tyre, about 1.7 seconds off. Practice 3, we were literally right down the bottom, P16 and 18, but of course we were just doing a massively long run on the hard compound tyres to get an idea of how long they last for, and they were lasting reasonably well in that regard before they basically started dying off. So we're looking to get probably competitive wise about 35 laps, I would say, out of the hard compound tyres. As for qualifying, it is the same usual as it has been in every qualifying so far this season. Albon got knocked out in qualifying 2, Pierre in qualifying 3. So we're starting 9th and 11th on the grid, so not too bad. Not quite best of the rest, but we're not far off that. Now, we've achieved all of our qualifying targets for the weekend. So that's an extra couple 100,000, nearly 500,000. If we get fastest lap, which I'm not expecting, get 210 grand. If we get at least one driver in at least 10th, then we get an extra 156,000 there. Our qualifying, we basically now in next race just need one driver to finish 15th or higher, and that's another million in the bonus. Today, if we get at least one driver in 10th or higher, that will be our 5 finish position streak, which will mean 1.7 million into the bonus there as well. So, tyre wear, I am thinking that we're going to go with the one stop. It's a little bit less than it was really estimated by the long run that we did. So hopefully our tyres will do reasonably well. We're going for Pierre on the hard compound to start with, and Albon on the medium to start with, and then swap them over. We've increased the fuel load a bit higher than what it is in average. Maybe we don't need to do that now that hopefully the fuel delta has also been changed in the patch. So we're going to obviously see what happens there with that. But that is going to do it for the introduction. I'm excited for the race. It's Silverstone. It's my home Grand Prix. Literally, the track is literally about 10 miles down the road from me. So I unfortunately have not actually had a chance to actually go there yet, actually see a race there live. But I'm hoping in the near future, maybe next season, I will get a chance to go over there and watch a race live. But for now, let's get cracking with the British Grand Prix here in Silverstone. I hope you got your snacks. Hope you're sitting comfortably. Hopefully we're going to get another great race and hopefully pushing for a really good position, maybe the best of the rest in 6th. But without further ado, let's get started to Silverstone.
I don't want to tempt fate, but there are quite a few clouds overhead as we look at the lineup on the grid. And there we have Pierre Gasly. They're in the front half of the pack, so there's plenty of potential for them. And then we've got Alex Albon. They're starting in the bottom half of the grid today, so there's a lot of cars between them and the podium. And we're just moments away now. Anticipation is high, and the drivers are ready for this. The British Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
And I've just realised I did make a little cock up because I always like to push on every little bit right off the gate just to see if we can get some early positions. So here we go. So Pierre Gasly in 9th. You can see him right there behind Fernando Alonso. Of course, we're on the harder compound tyres, so might be a little bit slow in the first stint. Albon just losing out to Guan Yu Zhou there. Gasly just losing out there to Vettel on the outside. We've got the inside light there. And we're up into P9 again. Albon back up into P11.
We're P9.
Thank you, Ben Mitchell, our new race engineer, who we got in a couple of races ago.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
I'm not going to worry too much about the overtake in the initial part of this race, because we are just pushing really, really hard just to try and get something. There you can see Gasly trying to have a go there on Alonso. Alonso just losing out there. Bottas is overtaking Hamilton. On to P6 there. Hamilton losing out there.
And a new position just gained by Williams.
Albon managed to get past Vettel. Albon looking to try and go ahead across Albon there as well if he can. Gasly just managed to get around Alonso, a little bit of pushing and shoving around there, can't quite manage to get the move stuck.
Doing a good job.
There's Gasly up into P8, Albon into P10. So at the end of the first lap, both drivers have gained 1 position. Let's just take a look at that overtake on Alonso.
Look at this, it's Pierre Gasly.
And he's going all the way around the outside, just squeezing. He's having to go a massively long way round. Just squeeze him out right at the end there. Okay, so Gasly definitely we're going to take back down into standard.
Yeah, take it easy.
And Albon, we're just going to ask him to push a tiny bit more. Just if he can challenge with Alonso. Carlos starting to overheat. Can he get a move done on Alonso? Get past him. It looks like he can. And there he's gone up. Perfect. So, Again, going to drop that back down. And we're now going to look to settle into the race.
You can afford to drop back.
Right, so here we are, as we're around about halfway round lap one. We're just going to talk about the situation as it currently stands. Gasly, can we allow Albon to go past him? Should we allow him to go past him? I mean, DRS, he's probably going to have that anyway. Well, at the end of this lap, actually. I'll tell you what. There you go. Oh, and Albon's locked up, actually. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Just as we were going to allow him to get by, Albon falls right to the back of the grid.
See what happened there. Now we see the Williams here. Well, they've locked up.
Oh,
They weren't happy about that.
so frustrating. So about 4 seconds off Lance Stroll there. So this is not going to be a good situation now in that regard. So it's a good thing that Albon is on the one stop. Very good thing that he's on the one stop there. He's going to have to fight his way back. Just to see how he does. He's not really gaining that much time on Lance Stroll there, so it might take him a little while to catch up. What are we looking at tyre-wise? So Lance Stroll is on the hard. But there's not many drivers actually on the hard. Magnussen, Mick Schumacher, obviously Gasly, and Lance Stroll. So if Gasly can manage to keep a good gap and keep pace with the DRS rather, right at the start, then that could really benefit him further down the race. George Russell already losing pace from Leclerc and Verstappen up at the top. So that's going to be a bit of a slower one for them there. And then Magnussen breaks up that ERS train down in 12th, which leads us all the way back to Norris. Lance Stroll is off him, and then of course Albon is off him. But he's already gaining a little bit of time there on Stroll, so hopefully we can just begin to push on. Now, an interesting idea actually, if we were to consider going with the two-stop, he's about 3 seconds quicker. What about if we change that to a soft, actually? So that would still be... So still only looking about 3 or 4 seconds off, so it's not really changing that much if we were to make the change there. You know, I'm going to stick with the one stop. I feel that's the right way to go. You know, maybe we'll get a safety car or something like that. That might be helpful. So Gasly's starting to just lose pace a tiny bit to Hamilton up ahead. Because if we lose touch there, that will be pretty much game over for a top 6, at least for the time being. We are going to obviously try and keep an eye out and see what happens there. You see there's already a massive gap there. The Magnussen there in 12th, to Guan Yu Zhou there in 11th. You know, nearly a 5-second gap there. So keep an eye on Gasly, who's now been overtaken by Fernando Alonso. It's okay.
So frustrating.
I know it's frustrating, Gasly, but you are on the opposite compound strategy. So you're going to get them back later in the race. So you'll be faster on the faster tyre. You'll also have less fuel on board, so you're going to go even faster on that regard. So don't worry. Absolutely fine. Absolutely happy with the way things are at the moment. So Albon is starting to catch up there to the Lance Stroll, so we're just going to fast forward a few laps into the race, go to around about lap 10.
And there's an overtake from Williams. Let's have a look. Now we see the Williams here.
Oof. Alonso go really slow around the outside, allowing Gasly to nip in and take that place back. That's Gasly back into P9 as it currently stands. Hamilton has got ahead of Bottas, and Bottas is now outside of that DRS train there. And Albon is now right onto the back of Stroll, which is good news. However,
for Alfa Romeo.
However, it does mean that he's then another 4 seconds back from Lando Norris. So it just shows you the real detriment of the pace that Lance Stroll has in that Aston Martin. Of course, Aston Martin, one of only 2 teams not to finish anywhere in the points this season. And if you have missed any of the episodes of Season 2, then you will be aware, you won't be aware that there is actually a difference in the points for this season. So you have to finish in the top 8 if you are to finish in the points. So it does make it substantially harder to get points. But of course that is something that means that it's even more special when you do manage to get it. But also, you get less points for finishing first. So you still get 1 point for the last point place finish, which is in 8th. But then first place only gets 10 points compared to the 25 that they do get in real life as it currently stands. Excuse me, sorry, just some hiccups there again. I always seem to have hiccups when I go live. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Oh, and someone's run wide in sector 3. Oh! What happened there? And it's a crash, and it's a safety car. Multiple cars have crashed. Right, this could be a big change. Right. So, if we were to make a difference... Right, so we realistically can't get the 1 stop, of course, with the hards. If we were now to suddenly change... Just work it out. Where would be the best one? 3, 2, 2, 2. Right, 2. Right. So, we are going to pit Albon a little bit early. We're going to try and get him an advantage with the safety car. Okay? And get him onto those hard compound tyres. For Gasly, there's absolutely no point. We're going to keep him out there because it's way too early to make that change. Right.
It's a collision.
So let's see this crash.
Now look at this. It was the AlphaTauri driver involved. You can clearly see the contact there.
So that was Vettel ran a little bit wide, and that then meant he took him out. Okay, so safety car in. So Vettel is in the pit.
The tyres aren't really coming down. Yeah, A-firm.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to allow everything to catch up to the safety car, which is good news. And we're going to get another lap on the safety car. The Guan Yu Zhou is out. Right.
The safety car will be in this lap. Yep, copy. Push more. We could do with a bit more pace now if you've got it. Yeah. No overtaking until the control line. Got it. No saving required. Copy it.
Right. So that means that Albon has now caught up with everyone. That's despite making his first pit stop there under the safety car. So this is really good news for us. So we're sort of now neutralised. Albon has managed to catch back up. He's made his pit stop. He isn't going to be able to take it to the end, but it does mean that he's got something to go for towards the end of the race as well there. Okay? So, here we go. We're going green flag running, and away we go!
We think you can reduce lift and coast. Okay, copy.
Hopefully we can get some moves done in the early stages.
Okay.
We've got a bit of fuel to spare as well, which is great news. So there you see, on board with Albon, right on the back of Vettel. A little bit frustrating that we're separating the Aston Martin, because I feel that we could get him. I really do feel that we could get him quite quickly. He's just going to slow down, hold us back from Lando Norris a little bit. Right on the curb there. Back on board with Gasly, currently right behind Valtteri Bottas. Oh, there we go. Oh! Stroll just moving over, squeezing him out there. Trying to go up the inside. Can't quite get it done here. Going to be going through the chicanes. And then we're going to be on to the lovely long straight. And here we go. On to that straight. Right, let's get this move done. Come on. Go, go, go. Oh, come on. You can get bloody Stroll. Oh, my God. Oh, and Sainz in the pit. Now, that's a surprising one. Sainz has literally pitted after the safety car, literally by only a lap or so. That is really bonkers that he's done that. Oh, sector 3, yellow flag. Someone just ran wide, it seems.
They've gone wide.
It was
Let's
Mick
take a look at the
Schumacher.
replay.
A little bit further up the
watch
grid.
this. There's Schumacher.
Oh,
They're forced
went
wide,
onto curves.
and they won't be
Wouldn't
happy
have
at all.
affected too much there. It would have lost a little bit of time, but not a huge amount. Come on! Here we go. Right. We are finally past Lance Stroll. No, we're not. Oh my God. Right, and so, because
Increase lifting
of
coast.
the stupidity, I think, there of Carlos Sainz pitting
Fuel. Copy.
while the safety car wasn't active, and obviously everyone is bunched up, he has now dropped to the back of the grid and is 15 seconds behind. This is bonkers. Absolute bonkers.
Aston Martin with a great play there.
Oh,
They've
and
moved
Albon
up
just
a
can't
place.
manage to get past Lance Stroll at the moment. Of course, then he's dropping further and further back from Vettel and Norris and everyone up ahead. So, everything a little bit strange at the moment. Mick Schumacher has, unfortunately, through losing that time, meant he has dropped back. So, Guan Yu Zhou, one of our challengers, is out of the race. And Mick Schumacher is now just outside the DRS range. That's great news for Pierre Gasly at the moment. He's in the last points place position, but we want to finish higher.
DRS is enabled.
DRS is enabled. Come on, Albon. Why can't you get past him? He ain't that slow. So what are we looking at lap times? I mean, especially Gasly, because everyone else is mediums in comparison to him. Yeah, and Gasly was actually exactly the same time as Alonso, only margins slower than Bottas and last lap out. So the moment doesn't seem to be a huge amount of difference when it comes to the actual overall lap times between the mediums and the hards at this stage. But at this rate, I want Stroll to drop out of the DRS zone so that we can get him. So I'm fed up of stuck behind Lance Stroll at this bloody moment in time. Right, he had it on that occasion. He might be outside of it on this one though. Ricciardo's in the pits, Leclerc's in the pits, Hamilton's in the pits. Again, only a couple of laps down. They should be dropping right back. Are they doing a one-stop or are they doing a two? That is going to be the interesting question. Right, so Leclerc is only just coming out of the pits. How far is he going to be behind Alexander Albon? And his sign's going to have caught up. Right, so Leclerc is about 10 seconds off the pace of Albon at the moment in time. Sainz another 2 seconds behind him, having already made a stop. Hamilton 0.8 behind him. Ricciardo another 3 seconds out behind him. So he must have had a really either slow stop or got held up in the pit lane. That means Gasly currently is P6. That's right, he is P6 at this present moment in time. And he's got a few laps to go before he is going to have to come in. He's going to be coming in around about lap 29. About 11 more laps. So hopefully we might just get a little bit of a jump on some of those others. I'll be delighted to see. Stuck right behind Alonso and Bottas at the present moment in time. Who else in this top is going to have to pit before? So everyone Bottas upwards are all going to have to pit before Pierre. That's great news for us on the hard starting strategy. Because time-wise, we are matching them. Last lap time, actually, we were faster than Alonso and Bottas. Only by a couple of hundredths of a second, but we're still faster than them. Oh, Albon's still behind him. Right, I want you
Let's close this
to attack, because I want to bloody get past this bloody Lance Stroll.
To use the overtake. Copy.
Just get past him.
Check the DRS. Copy.
Come on, we're going to get him. Oh, he's still got the DRS. Well, have we got him? Are we going to keep the move? Are we going to keep the position? Yes!
And a new position, just gained by Williams.
You can afford to drop back.
Right, keep pushing with the fuel for a little bit.
Copy.
Same for Gasly. You can push with the fuel there a little bit as well. Just want to break away now from Stroll, because Stroll was really annoying me. Really annoying me. I mean, Vettel, you can see, he's got past everyone else. And obviously he was literally, when the safety car resumed, literally only one place above us. So Vettel was able to do it really quickly. Why is it taking Albon nearly 5 laps or so to be able to make that move and get that move stuck? Really frustrating that. Really frustrating. Okay, so we're just going to speed on just a little bit, and a lot more cars now coming into the pits. That's currently Albon now into P11. So Norris, Tsunoda, Vesti, and then Ocon upwards are all needing to pit still. So Frederick Vesti, from starting at the back of the grid, is doing incredibly well, currently in P9. Really good for the young rookie driver. I really hope to see him progress well in the half and look to come on and look to develop a little bit. He's got reasonably good potential, that gentleman. So we'd like to see him do well. But back to the main action, there is Gasly just trying to battle it out with Esteban Ocon. And then of course Bottas sorry, not Ocon, sorry, Bottas and Alonso. We may end up hitting at a similar sort of time, and we may then have an advantage being on the better compound tyre. We will have to see with these ones. That's Albon, another overtake over now Yuki Tsunoda, so that's up into P10.
There's an overtake from Williams.
Let's take a look at that one.
Let's take a closer look. Now we see the Williams here.
Oh, nice one around the outside to get the inside line for the next turn. Nicely done there by Alex at his, shall we say, sort of home Grand Prix. Because it's a strange one with Albon, because it's classed as a British agent, so he's officially he's an English Thai driver, but he always comes under like when he's racing, he comes under the Thai category. I always find that really interesting when you have drivers, or sports athletes in general, who may be dual nationality, and what makes you want to drive, under a certain flag for one thing or another. Which, in Formula 1, it almost like, it doesn't feel like it makes any sense. Verstappen and Perez both into the pit. Are they double stacking? They are double stacking. Oh my God! So Perez is going to lose out humongously because he's got to wait for Verstappen to pit. Oh my word! Perez is losing out so much time. What are Red Bull doing? They were literally right behind each other. So how much of a gap is he now going to be behind Verstappen as a result of this? We've now got two cars separating them. So, what are we talking? So, it's 1.8, 2 seconds. So, Perez is now about 4.2 seconds back from Verstappen, when before he was literally right on his tail. What were Red Bull thinking? That is absolute ridiculous madness there. So tyre-wise, looking really good for Gasly. What are the tyre times looking at? Still incredibly similar, incredibly competitive. Albon currently up into P6. Is nearly a second faster than Ocon last time out. How far is he away from it? He's right on the back now of Esteban Ocon. Wow! So after locking up really early on, he's now really catching back up. Alonso's in the pit. Alonso is in the pit. So how long's that? So that's how many laps we've got left? 27 laps. So Alonso should be doing a one stop. He should be doing a one stop. And Vesely, Tsunoda and Norris all into the pits there as well. So Ocon, Vettel and Albon all fighting as it coincides for P4. Ocon does need to pit. Vettel surely will be pitting as well later on. So a lot of the changes there. Vesely unfortunately going back to the back of the grid there, unfortunately. And Gasly is currently up into P2. Currently up into P2. Obviously another 8 seconds back from Russell.
Position just gained by Williams.
Oh, I tell you what, if it can stay like this, and then we get a sudden safety car in about 5 laps time, that would be beautiful news for Pierre Gasly, as long as Pierre Gasly is not the one who causes it, or Albon. I don't want either of them to do that, because that would be the thing as well. If that happened, then we could easily say Albon switch over to the mediums as opposed to basically medium, hard, medium. And Bottas is in the pits. Bottas is in the pits. And Russell is in the pits as well. So it should mean that Gasly is going to go into P1. So pit stop right about now would be delightful, please. I'd be very delighted with that. Albon up into P4. And Russell coming out behind Charles Leclerc and Verstappen as it was. But ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Okay, so we're going to need to really keep an eye on this now. Right, let's just see Verstappen just taking a new fastest lap. Where's the lap time? There we go. 1:32.3 for Gasly at the moment, 1:32.4 for Albon, so very competitive there. What else have we got there? Verstappen was at 1:31.1, so Verstappen nearly a full second quicker.
Emoji smiling face with open hands.
Good evening, F1 Manager. You're catching us around about halfway through the race as it currently stands. So to try and give you a bit of a catch-up, Guan Yu Zhou had an incident with Vettel quite early on, which caused a safety car. So that was around about lap 11, lap 12. Albon was just coming towards pit lane, so we thought we'll do a slight change of strategy because he'd had a bit of a spin or a lock-up early on, so he dropped to the back of the grid. So that allowed him to catch back up. So Albon's now on a 2-stop. Albon's on the 2-stop, which hopefully we can get again with another safety car if we get one. Gasly, he started on the hards. He's coming towards his lap window very, very shortly. So he'll be coming into lap within the next couple of laps. And Red Bull, oh my God, what do you say about Red Bull? And Ferrari actually. So Ferrari, they literally pitted Carlos Sainz a single lap after the safety car ended. Literally 1 lap after the safety car ended. So of course all the cars were bunched up, so Sainz was then about 15 seconds off the back of the pack. Red Bull, literally only about 2-3 laps ago, they pitted both Perez and Verstappen on the same lap when they were literally within half a second of each other, which meant that Perez has severely lost out as a result of having to do a double stack. Absolutely ridiculous move there from Red Bull. Christian Horner must be raging right now because his team has cocked up a blinder. Oh dear, oh dear.
Sounds like Ferrari for real rolls.
That is true. Yes, that is Ferrari for reals. I'm not going to lie there. Ferrari and Red Bull, both of them having a stinker in this race. So Ocon is into the pits for his first and most likely last one. So Gasly, we are going to now really attack with your fuel. With your tyre wear.
Okay.
We just want to go for maybe a lap or two, just see how that goes. And because obviously we've had the new update today, so we're still kind of relearning ourselves in how that affects the tyre times and tyre degradations and all this kind of stuff. So Gasly did a 1:32.5 last time out. We're going really pushing. What is he going to get on this one?
Looks like that was a position gain.
Going to come to cross the line. And that was about 4 tenths off on that last lap. So we've got about 45% of fuel, tyre wear. So we're going to go, what do we say? Yeah, 2 more laps. 2 more laps and then we'll come into pit. So safety car right now would be wonderful, please. Anytime now would be absolutely incredible.
Box.
Here's the replay.
There's a little overtake there for Albon over Sebastian Vettel. Both of them are now on the same strategy because obviously they both had to pit. Obviously Albon didn't have to pit, he chose to pit. Yeah, because of the pit for Vettel, and of course he had to change his front wing, so that really affected his race. So they're both on the same strategy. Most likely both of them are going to be going on to hard, unless we get a safety car very, very soon.
Has anything different since the update? I'm about to log on.
Yes. So in terms of yeah, in terms of when you look at the estimated lap times before the race, so I had a quick look last night to see what they were showing, and then I did the same today after the update. It does look like you now have a bigger gap. So last night when I looked at it, we were looking the difference in average lap time between the softs and the hards. It was something like about a 1.5 or 0.2 of a second from soft to hards. Now you're looking at around about 0.6 from the softs to the hards. So it's a bit harder to tell in race because Gasly, he started on the hards, but he was quite matching the time of the mediums, which were going with Alonso and Bottas. So be interested to see how the lap times compare now we changed and we've got the opposite because of the fuel change. Hopefully we're going to have made a gain on them and have managed to get the overcut on them. So there is Alonso coming round. Is Alonso going to get out ahead? There's Gasly coming out there. Oh, it looks like Gasly has actually lost time there on that overcut, on that particular situation. Right, let's just change our strategy. Let's just see what, I can't remember what we were planning for. That was, okay. Okay, so we're just going to push just for, a lap or so, just to try and catch back up to Daniel Ricciardo.
And Ferrari just gained a place.
And deploy.
Energy if you need it.
Now, I not really noticed anything with the fuel-wise. I may need a couple of laps or so to get an idea of what's happening there.
Take it easy.
But since the safety car, we've been pretty much pushing all the way, and we've still been around about that 6 or 7 laps worth of fuel. Is that because we've been in a lot of the DRS train and that's not really then affected the fuel wear so much? Maybe. So of course we will have to kind of see how that goes there and just see what happens there. So Albon is in the realm of about 7/10 off the Leclerc's and the Verstappen's at the moment, which is kind of exactly what we would have expected, really. I'm not going to lie with that. That is always going to happen. So we've still got a little way to go. About 5. Is it 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, about 5 laps before the pit stop for Albon. In an ideal world, could we get a safety car? I would love that. So at the moment we'd be dropping down to about P15, which would be ahead of Lance Stroll. Ooh. I don't want to hear that name again for the rest of the stream. That man has been the bane of my life. Oh, I tell you, that was really, really frustrating. And unfortunately, we got stuck behind him after the safety car. Vettel clearing all the cars ahead of him, absolutely miles ahead. Albon just could not get past Lance Stroll. Oh, yellow flag sector 3. Someone's ran wide. Wasn't Albon, was it? No, someone else.
Look at that. They've run wide.
Oh, it was Albon actually.
Let's see what happened there. Now we see the Williams here.
Oh.
They're
Yes, so definitely losing a bit of time there. That means that Vettel is now right on his arse. But there was a little bit of a gap before that. Of course,
Good job.
Vettel is going to have to pit again. Let's just see, anyone else likely to pit again? Maybe Carlos Sainz. He's on 68%, 20 laps to go. He might have to pit again. You know, which if he does, that's really beneficial for us.
There's an overtake from Williams. Let's have a look.
And that's Gasly managing to get past Daniel Ricciardo. Not with the DRS. Nice straight line speed there. Round the outside of the turn.
Gaining a position there.
Nicely onto
Make it
power.
look so easy.
Lovely work there.
I think it's safe to say that went down well with the team.
Yes! That's what we like. So Gasly currently settling down in P12. But we are slowly starting to gain. Obviously Albon, Vettel and possibly Sainz are all going to pit again. So that will drop behind them. So that would put us around about P9 as it currently stands. But we want to see, definitely want to see if we can clear Mick Schumacher, who we're right behind at the moment. So let's see if we can get a little bit of overtake done on the next DRS straight.
Use overtake.
Just push. We want to get past him. Want to get past Mick. We've got the inside line. Oh, we run a little bit wide. And I think we've got that move stick. We've got that move stuck.
Doing a good job. That's going to help you.
Perfect. Nice driving there, Pierre. Oh, are you going to get Bottas as well? You're going to have the inside line. Not quite there. So we're already dropping off Mick Schumacher. So that's good news. Already really, really good news. Albon is now into pit when he's still holding on and holding back Verstappen, which is going to be great news for Charles Leclerc. He wants to get this race win, which means Verstappen's going to have to really rapidly reel him in if he's going to get this race win. As Pierre Gasly now up into P10, overtaking Valtteri Bottas. Let's see if we can get a replay of that one.
And a new position, just gained by Williams. Let's take a look at the replay.
Nice simple then with the DRS.
Gasly.
straight past him. Nothing that Bottas could do on that occasion. If we can just close the gap a little bit to Fernando Alonso. Right, let's see if we can just close the gap just a little bit.
Red Bull gained a place.
Verstappen's finally got past Albon. Finally managed to do it. Okay, so I wonder if me and Vettel are both going to put lap on the same lap. We've got loads of tyre left, so let's really push it now. Let's really send it now, Albon.
Copy.
Oh, I've just remembered the other thing, F1 Manager. So, the other thing that I did notice is in the last few races, I mean, again, this may just be this particular track, or it could be a long-term thing, which we might have to see over the next couple of races. But before, I was able to do really, really hard, very attacking, very aggressive two-stop races, and you'd see a massive change in the estimated time of the races compared to obviously after the post match. It does look like it's not as much as it was before, so that may be something to have a look at there as well in future. We'll have to see what happens there. Albon just holding everyone up, doing a fantastic job. Verstappen does look like he has caught up a little bit. Carlos Sainz has come into the pits. He has come into the pits. So what tyre is Sainz going to come out on? Is he going to come out onto the hards?
Doing a good job, keep pushing.
Sorry, the softs I meant. Is he going to come out on the softs, Carlos Sainz? Russell's managed to get past Albon.
Thanks for the info, Kev. Emoji thumbs up.
Okay, keep pushing, keep pushing.
Sainz come out onto the mediums. This is interesting. Okay, so let's just take a quick look. So as the company stands, 122.12. If we were to change to the mediums, it's suggesting about. Okay. So I think let's go with a slightly slower tyre, but go a little bit more aggressive. Let's do that. You're very welcome. Very, very welcome. I love to give as much information as I can and help people out in any way that I possibly can. Okay, so looking at this, despite being on the mediums compared to the hards, it still looks like Gasly and Alonso are virtually the same lap times. And it's suggesting about a 0.2 difference. Whereas we're talking more about 200ths of a second, or 400 seconds in this particular case. Bottas was a bit quick on that case. I think he had the DRS which helped him on that occasion. We're just beginning to close up the gap there to Fernando Alonso. Hopefully we can, and then we can have a nice little battle right towards the end. Okay, so we are now going to be coming in. We're going onto those medium compound tyres.
Box this lap.
So please push with everything you have got. Vettel did...
Yeah.
Where's Vettel?
Deployed.
Vettel is a little bit down, nearly a second down. So surely he's going to be coming in soon. So be interested to see how that happens and how that changes to do that. So let's be on board with Albon as we make our step. Come on, safety car anytime now would be wonderful. Be absolutely wonderful. Someone please crash out. Someone crash out. God, give me something. I don't ask for much in this game, do I? Don't ask for much. So come on, let's get a safety car. we're almost there. We're almost into that DRS. Well, Bottas is to Alonso. So let's keep pushing, and we're gonna have a really good battle right towards the end. Leclerc's in the pits. Oh, this is interesting. Here we go. So Albon is in the pits, and Hamilton's in the pits. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Ricciardo's in the pits. I was not expecting another pit stop there. Here we go. Oh, and Hamilton does jumpers. At a slightly slower pit stop there.
You can afford to drop back. Yep, okay.
Okay, right. They didn't seem that far on, so I'm surprised at that. And now Vettel is actually holding on, which is really interesting, at 53%. And what was Vettel's lap time compared to Albon's one? Oh no, sorry, let's compare to Gasly. Hang on, I need to pause it to look at that a second. So Gasly, 131.0, Vettel 131.2. Okay. And obviously they're on the medium compared to the older hard. So, interesting. But this means that Gasly is now into P7. He's up into P7, so Mick Schumacher are all in the point. Will Verstappen come in? No, surely he won't. Vettel surely will. Mick Schumacher maybe? I'll be surprised if Vettel doesn't come in. That would have meant, what we're talking what, 12 laps? That would have been about 40 laps on the hards. And when I did the long stint in practice 3, I think we were about 38 laps, and then we were crossing into that danger area. So maybe he's going to push on, but really lose time towards the end. Vettel has got a 14-second gap to Alonso, so if Vettel doesn't come in, this is going to be really interesting to see, is he going to lose time? Is the tyre degradation going to kick in? Because in the last race out, it didn't really do that for the AI, but it did for the driver, for me and my team. So we're going to have to... Oh, actually, no, that's the leader. Sorry, that's the wrong thing. Ignore me. Right, no, Alonso is, sorry, 9.5 seconds behind Vettel. So we'll keep an eye on that. Albon currently up into P14. Nice little job there. Nice little DRS change from there. Kevin Magnussen, you can see all the drivers there. And Mick Schumacher's in the pits. So he was around about 60%. So surely, if he is... Oh,
that's good, that's good.
Yes, surely if Mick Schumacher's coming in, Vettel is surely going to do it. Oh, let's have a look at this.
Now watch this.
2 places.
Here's the moment involving Albon.
Oh. So was he slowing down for the pit lane? Just paused it.
And what a great move that was.
Yes, he was. He was slowing down and held up the car because of the pit lane.
That was a stonking lap.
Oh, Albon's with a new fastest lap. Get in. Wow, 129.9. Go on, Albon. Nearly a second faster than Lewis Hamilton. Wow, come on. That's what I want to see. So Vettel now down onto the 49%. Lap time still very comparable to Alonso. So, if it means that Vettel does stay on to the end, it's either, in my opinion, going to mean one of two things. Either there's still an issue where it doesn't affect the AI once you drop into 30%. Because I found that last time, like, I want to say it was Perez. He was literally on, I think he was on something like down to about 19%. Oh, and another fastest lap for Albon. Get in!
Down. Yeah,
nearly half a second off his last previous best one. So about 2/10 faster than Hamilton there.
Okay, good job.
Oh, and that's Gasly up into P5. P5, get in.
That's right.
Albon is absolutely flying right now.
And a new position, just gained by Williams.
Oh, what was that? Oh, that's something different. Oh, Albon has managed to get past Lewis Hamilton. I missed that one. Oh, so I was looking at the strategy page. Oh my God. Come on. Right, now behind Carlos Sainz. But I don't think we'll really get that much higher up because obviously we're about, 5 seconds away from Charles Leclerc. And then, of course, we're battling with DRS and everything like that. Oof. Go on, try to go make a move on Carlos Sainz there. But all three of them, all on the mediums. All on the mediums. But Gasly up into P5, down to 7.4 from Vettel. So that's really good news. So time is coming down. What are we there? Oh, wow. Nearly 2 seconds faster on that one. So Gasly was nearly 2 seconds faster than Vettel and nearly a second faster than Alonso. So maybe this is where it's starting to come into their own, these mediums. Now we're starting to see the difference. 6.7 seconds now. Alonso's still about half a second behind. Albon up into P9. P9.
And there's an overtake from Williams. Let's take a closer look. Now watch this. Here's the moment.
A nice simple overtake with the DRS. Hopefully Hamilton and Carlos Sainz can have a bit of a squabble, which will allow them to be a little bit slower and allow us to pull away outside the DRS range. That would be wonderful. Okay. Yeah, so Alonso about half a second back. And of course we're now going into the DRS range here as we come down past, what is it? I think it's 15 and 16. But Alonso has suddenly really caught back up there. So was that more DRS? Was it a bit of a glitch on that regard? It was still 6 seconds to Vettel. Yeah, he's doing around about the 132s at the moment. Yeah, so that was not quite so. We're about a second and a half back on that occasion. So I think those tyres are really dying off. So that will be interesting if Vettel either doesn't pit or if he does pit. We can kind of maybe get an idea of how those hard compounds now last since this update. I think this will be really good information for us on this one. Down to about 44% with about 10 laps to go. Albon losing a bit of time to Charles Leclerc. Still got Hamilton and Sainz right behind him. And again, fuel-wise, it's still not changing that much. Like I said, I've been literally pushing so much, and we literally saved about a lap. So, I'm hoping that this is really good news for the fuel delta as well. I'm really, really hopeful that the fuel delta has now been properly patched and it is going to be much more stable from here on out. That's the hope. Whether it happens or not, we'll obviously have to wait and see. Gasly now down to Hamilton, just getting past Albon there on that occasion. Gasly now 5 seconds away. Oh, just coming under 5 seconds, about to be.
Mercedes moved up a place.
Yeah, down to the 4.9 seconds behind Vettel. So surely, with the laps that we are gaining, we are going to be able to overtake Vettel and get a P4 finish, which I will be delighted with, because this race has all been about strategy. All been about strategy. Starting Gasly on the hard, I'm not going to lie, I was nervous when I chose that strategy. But I think I wanted to try and give Albon a bit of a boost and try and get him to have a go there. Albon makes another move over Hamilton, probably on the DRS straight. Let's see the replay of that when it comes up.
And a new position, just gained by Williams. Let's see what happened there. Now we see
Alex.
Williams here.
I know he's not going to end up in the points if he does get a P9 finish. But maybe Charles Leclerc or someone will have a spin out. We might just sneak both drivers into the points. That would be a wonderful result.
The team watching on and clearly loving that.
Gasly now 4.3 back, so we're gaining at a massive rate on us. He's now down almost into 30%. Still again nearly a full second a lap faster. So let's just speed up a little bit. Oh, yellow flag sector 1. Nothing there.
Like a spin.
Verstappen spun.
Now here we see Max Verstappen.
Oh, it's all on his own as well. Oh, just clipped the inside curve.
Cost them time.
Which means, there you go, Russell has overtaken him. Wow. Okay. Has Vettel caught up any time there? Doesn't look like it. Charles Leclerc now is right in the back of Gasly. So Charles Leclerc is on a flyer at the moment. Really ramping through the grid. So he's on the 2-stop.
Keep pushing, keep pushing.
So he is much faster right towards the end of this race here. So 1:37. Oh, actually no, that was the last. I was going to say that's not the fastest lap. Because the 1:29. Maybe it's now he's held up in the traffic. Oh, Gasly just been overtaken there. Oh, don't allow Alonso to get past.
Oh, wait.
It's okay. He's a Ferrari. He's a faster tyres. It's okay.
Ferrari advance the race position.
That's okay. Right, we're catching up. Here we go. Right, we're now on the back of Vettel. Albon again up into P9, about 4 seconds back from Valtteri Bottas. Now it's third car. Could we catch up to him? And we're faster on average. You know, anywhere between about a second, about half a second. 6 laps to go. Could we maybe catch up with Bottas? Ooh. No, we could do it. Maybe sneak one more place into the points. We go through the slow corners. We get to the pit straight. I'm going to overtake to see if we can make a move done.
Overtake.
I want to get past Vettel with as quickly as we can. Problem is because Charles Leclerc's right behind him as well. Right, Charles Leclerc can get past him now. We can get the DRS as well on this. I think we can get the move done. Can we get both of them? We might get both of them. Oh, I didn't even get one of them. Oh, are we about to get Charles Leclerc? I think we've got Charles Leclerc. So now we're the one behind Vettel.
This is good.
Keep going, Gasly, keep going.
And a new position, just gained by Williams.
See, he's right behind them, really holding up the pack. Come on. Come on, Pierre. Go, go, go. Send it, send it, send it. Oh my God, there goes Charles. Oh my God, there goes Alonso as well. Oh, come on.
You're doing a good job.
I want to just try and get a little bit better.
Yep.
Right, we've got past Vettel. That's the important one. Albon up into P10. Oh, it's still in that battle. But now 2.4 seconds behind Bottas.
Yeah, take it easy.
Copy it.
Okay, so we want that P5 finish. We want that P5.
Oh, and Ferrari just gained a place.
So it's so hard to keep track when you've got some really good battles. It's almost like you could do with having a split screen for both drivers. You can see what both of them are doing at any one time. Okay, so what I think we want to do is just save up a little bit of the ERS on the next pit straight, because Alonso is not going to have DRS. He's going to be outside of that race. If we can use the DRS and try and harvest a bit of the ERS, then we can have a really good move to overtake Alonso and try and push up. Tyre's starting to overheat slightly. Now we're looking. Oh, Vettel is finally in the pits. That is ridiculous. That is really ridiculous. Unless they were maybe just trying to see if they could hold on right towards the end, maybe. But no.
5 to go.
They should have pitted a lot earlier than that. Vettel should have really pitted a lot earlier than that. But that puts Albon up into P10 as it currently stands. So now we just need to overtake Hamilton and Sainz
Just pitted.
to get into the points. So this could be done. This could be on. It could be on. Right, so Gasly is now overtaken Alonso and has now got a bit of the DRS there as well. Really good news. Hamilton now right on the back of Bottas as well. We've got a massive DRS change now, back from Gasly down to Albon. What's that, 6 cars? My God. This is great end to the race. I'm loving this. Let's see if we can get an overtake.
You have the overtake. Okay.
See, we get the move done on Hamilton. Oh my God, that was a massive defensive move. He made that very late there. Oof, he's trying to have a go around the outside. Couldn't quite manage to get it to stick.
4 laps to go.
Could we sneak Albon into the points as well as Gasly? We're just going to try and charge that ERS, staying within the train. Right still on the back of him, that's good. Gasly now behind Alonso.
Alpine just advanced. Let's take a look at the replay. Okay, so there we have the Alpine.
Simple DRS overtake there. Not much that can be done when you're the lead driver in that train. Oh, Hamilton going for the overtake on Sainz. Could we get him as well? Oh, they're fighting all the way. And there's Gasly now again ahead
New
of
position, just
Alonso
gained by
again.
Williams.
It's good.
So we've got this lap and then 2 more to go. Coming right towards the end. So Vettel really making a mistake by going really long on that. He should have done what Albon did and made that stopping much earlier. Just looking to save a bit of ERS. We might need to have a really good push on the final lap. I'm expecting an overtake here. I wouldn't be expecting anything less. Alonso was about 4 tenths faster on the last lap. Bottas' time fairly consistent with Gasly's there.
That's a good overtake from Alpine.
Okay, here we go. So we're going to have, ideally I think I want to be behind going on to the last lap. That's what I'd like it to happen, I think. I think that will give us the best chance. Otherwise we're literally defending for our lives. We want P5. We want to beat out Fernando Alonso. We want to beat out the octogenarian here. With the young blood. Right, so staying on board. I'm going to speed up towards the end of the last lap. Oh, he's trying to make the move go. An ideal world, stay behind him at this point. There we go. Here we go. So we're going on to our final lap. The final lap. Here we go.
This will be last lap.
Copy.
We've got Hamilton and Sainz right behind us, so we need to really attack this. Both drivers, literally everything you have got.
Let's close this gap.
Yep, copy.
Just use the overtake.
Here we go.
Yes.
We're making the move. We're making the move. Go.
Use overtake.
There we go. Now deploy. Oh, no, not defend. No. Deploy. Deploy.
Defend.
Albon is up into
An
P9.
overtake from
Oh,
Williams.
down into 10. We want to get ahead of Sainz. Come on, we want to get ahead of Sainz. We want to do this. Come on. Just deploy for the moment. Gasly, just send it, please. I think he's got this.
Okay, we can use the overtake.
Yeah, Gasly's got 1.2 seconds back to Alonso. Come on, Albon. Can you get P8? Come on. Well, battle with everyone else. Slow them down. Come on. Come on, you can do this. I think he might do it. Oh, it's going to be tight. Albon up into P8. Albon is into P8, back down to P9. Come on. Get the inside line.
First over the line.
It's to the finish. It's a drag race to the finish. Who's going to get it? It's Albon!
Thanks, guys.
Oh!
When you stop it,
It's a double points finish. Oh, down to the line. Oh my God.
Yeah, copy. Nice job. Nice job.
Oh, well done. Oh, I'll tell you what, you said that Albon was flying.
Okay.
He was on a jet plane there at the end. Oh, ho, ho, ho. And Alonso also lost out to Hamilton there as well at the end. Literally, I think anyone from 5th down to 10th could have finished in any position. It was that close. Oh my word. Wow, what an end to that race there. And Russell, George Russell has won that race due to the spin from Max Verstappen. Woo!
A wonderful wonderful result here for the
That is a
Williams driver.
truly wonderful result there.
Nice work, emoji clapping hands.
Oh, wow. Wow, wow,
Williams have got to be
wow.
happy with their results here. This was good work.
Not bad at all. The team in the pits will be happy with that.
And after this
Oh,
result,
you should
the
see my
team
face.
is
I've
fourth
got a
in the constructors'
massive
standings.
grin on my face
Next
now.
time, the teams will be forging ahead at full throttle through the Styrian forest. The Austrian Grand Prix is right around the corner.
Woo-hoo. Wow. Does it say, like, how close were we there, Albon to Sainz? We're talking 800ths of a second. 800ths of a second. Wow. And then, obviously, Fernando Alonso to Albon. Again, that was literally like 1500ths of a second as well. That was so tight right at the end. I feel bad for Bottas losing out there right at the end. He did a fantastic race there, but just couldn't hold on there. So, I mean, it's difficult to say. Yeah, was a 2-stop better there? Was a 1-stop better there? Because Gasly finished 5th. You had the top 3 all on the 1-stop. Charles Leclerc had the 2-stop. And Max Verstappen's fastest lap was literally only about a 10th slower than Charles Leclerc's. So it wasn't like the tyres had a massive to do with that. There's probably more the driving in the clean air and everything like that. Wow, so what does that do to the standings? So, Pierre Gasly actually does lose out on a place. George Russell goes ahead of him because George Russell won that race. So 10 points for him, 4 for Pierre Gasly, 1 there for Albon. So we're still best of the rest. That's the most important thing. Carlos Sainz obviously gets no points there. So Perez has now jumped him, moving up into 4th place. The top 3 is as it was. So Max Verstappen currently 21 points ahead of Charles Leclerc. Lewis Hamilton 7 points off Charles Leclerc in 3rd place. For the constructors, so Mercedes have of course gained over Ferrari. That was a big result for them, gaining 8 points over them. And we are the same distance away from Ferrari, getting the same points because we've got both drivers in there. Ching ching. Red Bull definitely, they would have done a hell of a lot better if they hadn't screwed over Perez, I think. Although, you know, how much of a gap was it? Yeah, I think Perez might have actually challenged George Russell for the win there because it was about 4 seconds he lost out because of the double stack. So I reckon Perez probably would have won that if they'd done it properly, even with Verstappen spinning out there. So big mistakes there from Red Bull. So any development points for our drivers? Oh, we've gained 1 there, I think, for Teo Porcher. So let's spend that. A driver bonus for both of our drivers today. That's a 2 million. I'm very happy to spend out there because that was such a great race. Of course, we got our bonuses there. We got for our position finish streak, we got an extra 1.7 million in the bonus. That pretty much paid our 2 bonuses for that race. So excellent news there. Now, I can't remember if we've got any updates coming out soon, so we need to take a quick look at that. See if any changes are happening there. I don't believe there's anything new coming in. Right, so let's take a look then. So for our drivers, only temperature. So what's his lowest one? Adaptability, I think that's for the race range. Yeah, reactions is the big one I'm working on at the moment, so we'll spend on that. Albon, nothing for you, nothing for Gasly. Anything for any of our staff? Any things there? No, not for any of you guys. Okay, right. So the cars. Oops, not the warehouse. Wrong one. Oh my God. There we go. Right. No, so we're working on them at the present moment in time. So the underfloor is in 25 days, side pods in 26 days. So what does that mean for the calendar? When would they be in? Oh, yes, they're the Hungary. Right, okay, so nothing will be coming in for the French Grand Prix. You know, I'm excited to do the French Grand Prix because we had such a bad race last time, because we had such a bad car. I'd like to see if it's actually a decent track. And of course, obviously, it wouldn't be in next year's game because I don't think we're going back to France in real life. Yeah, so the Hungarian one, we will be able to emergency manufacture and have them in place for practices 1 and 2. We'd have to then emergency manufacture the side pods to have them for practice 3 and qualifying. So could be quite an expensive weekend, and then we've obviously got our board assessment, which I'm not too worried about. So anything else? Oh, is that today? Oh yes, we have a new regulation proposal. So we need to take a look at that and see what is being suggested, and then we get the results next week after the Austrian Grand Prix. So let's take a little look. Okay, so it is for the scorings. Okay, right. Okay, so that would mean next year we go back to the traditional one of 10 places for the points and back to 25 points for that. Oh, okay. So we do get the changes to the bonus scoring. So it would mean that we get a bonus point if you get pole position. It would mean that there would be a bonus point if you get the fastest lap, and it would also be double points for the last race of the season. Ooh, right. So we've got to think about this, because we could possibly be challenging within the top ones next year. You know, the way that we're doing. You know, at the moment we're best of the rest. You know, we're kind of P4 in the constructors. But how closely would we be matched compared to them next year? We could be really far off them, or we could be really challenging. We could be maybe the best car on the grid. Don't know. Right, I'm going to put this to you, F1 Manager. I just want your opinion on this one. Obviously, you're with me. If this was you, right here, right now, you're in charge, what would you be voting for? What vote would you go for? I'll be interested to see what your thoughts are with that one. Okay, so post-race debrief is exactly talking what we're talking about. Yep, we've still got plenty of faith in us. That's exactly what we want.
10 places, bud.
10 places. You would like to go back to that original one. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I like the fact that half the grid can score points, because I think top 8, I think that's just a little bit too short, especially if you've got three teams really dominating it. And if we kept it as it is, and let's say we were like literally on par, so Red Bull, Ferrari, Mercedes and Williams, we were literally miles ahead of everyone else. Could you get in that situation where virtually none of the other teams ever get any points?
I got 6 places this season for season 3. Made things tricky for me.
Ooh, interesting. Interesting. 6 places. Wow. That's mental. That's just craziness. So when you think about it, you know, if we go to the standings, you know, basically, you know, we've done reasonably well. You know, we've had 2 podiums and we've actually had 3 fastest laps. You know, Alfa Romeo downwards, yeah, no one's had a podium. Literally only the top 4 have had podiums. You know, yes, Alfa Romeo, they managed to get into the points, but then again, like AlphaTauri, 3 points for them, 0 for Aston Martin and Haas. You know, that, yeah, I'm not a fan of that. So for me, I'm actually going to go this. So we are going to vote for this regulation change to try and get us to have 10 places back for points in it again. So just want to make sure I press the right button. 4 is that one, so yes. Okay. We have put in our vote. Okay, so we've got nothing more to happen in between this race and next race, which is going to be in Austria. So we're going to end this episode there. Thank you very much, F1 Manager, for joining me for this stream. Thank you to anyone who watches back after the race. Remember to like, comment, share and subscribe, then you'll see what happens, and then of course you will find out what happens after the next race. You will find out whether those regulation changes come in or not. Don't forget to check out the other videos that we're doing. I'm currently doing a Spider-Man playthrough. I'm doing a Red Dead Redemption playthrough. We've got loads of series going on at the moment, so make sure you check those out. But until next time, my name's Kevin, I'm a geek, and you've been watching Kevin the Geek. Good night.